will show you how to do number 1 until 4, but before we move on to the questions, I will let you know about the information in semestral assessment 1 for mathematics grade 7. You will have 2 papers. The first paper, you are not allowed to use calculator. It's stated in our paper, guys. No calculator, right? And for the time allocations, you have 1 hour and 30 minutes in full mark. For the full mark is going to be 70. Please read also for the instruction here. For the graph, I need you to prepare the ruler, the pencil, and also eraser, yeah. Okay. Now let's move on to number 1 here. Find the HCF and LCM of 8, 24, and 42. Before we move on to the HCF and the LCM, I need you to make the prime factor. So we have 8, 24, and 42. You may use the table or the 3 factor, yeah. We have 8 divided by 2, you will have 4. Divided by 2, you will have 2. Don't forget to circle it. So you will have 8 is equals to 2 power by 3, because there are 3 number 2. And now let's move on to 24 here. Divide by 2, you will have 12. Divide by 2, you will have 6. Divide by 2, you will have 3. Please leave it in the prime factors, yeah, because of some of you still leave it in the composite number. 2, so you have 2 cube multiplied by 3, because of you have 3 number 2 and 1 number 3. Now move on to 42 here. Divide by 2, you will have 21. Divide by 3, you will have 7. Alright, so 42 is equals to 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. Remember, guys, if we want to find the HCF, please list the same number only. Number with the least power, least or lowest. So it means in between of 3 lists here, you have the same number here is 2. And then with the least power or the lowest power between 2 cube and 2, it means you have to choose the 2 itself because of the lowest power, right? The 2 is, it means you have 2 power by 1. So your HCF here is going to be 2. Don't forget to put it in the space given if you want to print out the questions, yeah. Now let's move on to the LCM here. For the LCM, you need to list all of the number with the highest power. Highest power. So you have 2, you have 3, and 7, right? So don't forget to put the 2, 3, and 7, and you have multiplication between them. Now you need to identify which one is the highest power. For example, you have 2 cube, and 2. 2 cube, and 2 here. It means you have to pick the 2 cube. And then for the 3, you don't need to worry about it because of you have the same 3 there. There is no power on it. And 7, you only have 1. It means you will have 2 cube. If you want to leave it in index notation, I also accept it, yeah. So you will not wasting your time. Alright, finish for number 1. Move on to number 2. Find the prime factorization of 4,900 in index notation. Index notation means for the example is like this. This one is index notation, right? Now before we leave it in the index notation, please find it first for the prime factorization using your tree diagram or table. Now I have 7 here. For 4,900 divided by 7, you will have 700. Divide by 7, you will have 100. divide by 2, 50, divide by 2 again, you have 25. You need to leave it in the prime number, yeah, so you will have 7, 7, 2, 2, 5, and 5. So our index notation is going to be, please leave it in the lowest number first, after that in order, yeah, make it in order, lowest to the highest. You have 2, 5, and 7. Don't forget to put the multiplication, not addition, okay? And for this number 2, you have two number of 2, so 2 power by 2. And then 5, you have two number of 5, you will have square there. And then two number of 7, so put it the 2 also in your 7, so you will have for 1900, it is going to be 2 square multiply 5 square multiply 7 square. Finish. Now look at this, we have square root, but we have the same answer here. And remember guys, if you have hands here, this word means you need to use the answer from the previous questions to find the next questions. So basically you only have negative 4900. This one is the same thing, like we have negative square root of 2 square multiply 5 square multiply 7 square. Now remember, if you want to erase the square root, it means this one is invisible too, right? It means you have to divide your power by 2. This one is for square root. If you have a cube root, you have to divide your power by 3. Now in this case we have square root, right? It means just put the negative. After that, I need you to leave it in the bracket, yeah. Then you will have 2 power by 2 divide by 2 multiply 5 power by 2 divide by 2 multiply by 7 power by 2 divide by 2. Then you will have negative 2 power by 1 multiply 5 power by 1 and 7 power by 1. So you only need to do the common multiplication, guys. 2 multiply 5 multiply 7, so you will have negative 70. Finish. So negative square root of 4900, it is going to be the same thing as negative 70. Okay, Miss, can I skip the working? Can I skip this working? Yeah, sure, because of it's only one here, so make sure you got the correct answer, yeah. Alright, this is how we do number 2. Now let's move on to number 3 here. Express 0.9010 correct to 3 significant figure. Remember guys, if you have 0.0001, it means you will have only one significant figure. And for example, if we have 0.0010, it means you have two significants. It is because of the 0 after 1 also counted as significant figure. Alright, now we have 0. Hold on, wait, I'm going to repeat. 0.9010. If you want to leave it in 3 significant figure, please start with this 9. This one is the first significant figure because of this 0 is not counted as significant figure. So 1, 2, 3, stop. 1, 2, 3, stop. Look at to the next number here. You have 0. It means this 0 is less than 5, right? So you don't need to add 1 in the last digit. So you will have 0.901 as your 3 significant figures. Now let's move on to B here. To the nearest whole number, we have 0.9010 to the nearest whole number, so it means you have to stop by this, but you have to look at to the next number here. You have 9. 9 is higher than 5. It means you need to round up. If you have to round up, it means you have to plus it with 1. So the nearest whole number is going to be 1. It is because of this 9 is more than 5. Miss, how about if it is 0.5? If you have 5, so it means you have to round up, because of if you have 5 or more than 5 for the next digit, you need to round it up. But if you have less than 5, for example 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it means just stay in that number, in that digit. You don't need to round it up. Alright, this one is how you do number 3. Now let's move on to number 4. Evaluate 3 plus 441 divide by 3. So remember, in this paper you are not allowed to use calculator. It means you have to use the common multiplication or common division. Yeah, we have this. Remember the PEMDAS, guys, the order of operation. Order of operation. We have PEMDAS. P here is the bracket. E here is like 2 power by 2 or exponential. The multiplication, M here is the multiplication, this as division. A is addition, and then subtraction here, S is our subtraction. Now we have addition and division. It means you have to do the division first. Don't forget to put the bracket so you can see the which one is the priority. Alright, now you have to do the division first. 441 divided by 3. You will have 147, miss. Don't forget to copy this 3 and then this addition. So you will have 3 plus with 147, so you will have 150. Don't forget to leave it in the space given. This is how we do the addition and division. Yeah, you have to use the order of operation. If you have multiplication and division, you need to check again your order of operation. If you have addition and division, it means the priority here is the division. Now let's move on to the next number. We have 200 minus by, inside the bracket you have 3 multiplied by 500. It means, look at this, guys, the parenthesis, this bracket is our first priority, so you have to do the inside the bracket first. It means you will have 2000 minus, this one is just copy and paste, 3 multiplied by 500, you will have 1500. So you will have 500. Oh, it seems easy, miss. Right, you have to manage your time wisely. Yeah, if you think that you cannot do this question, it means you can just skip it and then find the easiest one. Do not waste your time. Move on to the B here. The table below gives the temperature in some cities at afternoon on a particular day. Alright, find the difference in temperature between Jakarta and Tokyo. Pay attention to this first, guys. If we want to find the difference, remember to minus the highest with lowest. The highest here is 26, right? So you will have 26 minus by the lowest here is negative, so negative 2. Minus with negative 2, remember, if you have minus with negative number, you will have addition on it. So it is going to be 28 degrees Celsius. Move on to the The temperature in Manila was exactly midway between the temperature in Helsinki and Bangkok. What was the temperature in Manila? Alright, this one midway. It means you have to plus the the Helsinki and Bangkok. After that you divide it by 2. So Helsinki and Bangkok, now I need you to use the red color. Helsinki and Bangkok. Remember again, you need to plus this Helsinki and Bangkok. So Helsinki plus Bangkok divide by 2. This is how we do the Manila. How to find the temperature in Manila. Hold on. Manila. Supposed to be capital. Wait. Manila. Our Helsinki here is -5 miss, and the Bangkok here is 23. Divide by 2. -5 plus 23. Remember, if you don't understand with my method now, you can just use the number line. Yeah, you have -5 and you have plus 23. It means you have to go to the right side in 23 units, like that, and then find the unit. Yeah, how many final answer here, how many degrees Celsius there. Now I need to use the different method here. We have -5 and 23. Ignore the sign, and between 5 and 23, the highest number here is 23, right? And then this 23 is positive number, so it means your final answer there you should be in positive temperature, positive Celsius. Now between 23 and 5, I need you to find the difference between them, so it means you have to minus the highest with lowest. 23 minus by 5, so you will have 18. Positive 18 divided by 2, so you will have 9. This one also 18 berarti ya. Alright, so this is going to be 9 Celsius here. Okay, this is how we do number 1 to 4. For the next question, I will give the explanation in the next video. Thank you guys. Please try to do the similar question from your textbook or workbook. Yeah.